What's going on? Here's the problem. If a plus b plus c equals 110 and 4a equals, or a equals 4b and 3a equals 2c, what is b? Alright, here's what my best guess is. You could try to combine all of these things into some crazy other thing and then eliminate equations, because it's technically we have three things that we don't know. We have 1, 2, 3 things, a, b, and c, that we don't know, and we have three different equations, so technically we would be able to solve this. But here's the problem, is it takes too long. So what I would recommend in this case is called backsolving. Backsolving. And it's simply this. All you do is take in these numbers and plug them into the equations to see which one works and which one doesn't work. Does that make sense to you? But I have certain techniques about it. The first technique is this. When they give you a list of numbers, they'll usually, almost always, give it to you from smallest to biggest. They don't just randomize these things. They just kind of say, all right, 6, 8, 9, 10, 14, all right? What I always would recommend to do is start with C. Start with the middle number. And I'll tell you the reason why, all right? What we want to do is we want to plug in these numbers to try to figure out which one is correct. And I always start with the middle number, and there's a specific reason why, but let's get into that. But first, let's plug in this number. I'm going to say, well, what if b equals 9, then a equals 9, 18, 27, 36, 36, right? Because 4 times 9. And if a is 36, then 3 times 36 equals 2 times c. So let's see, if I divide both sides by 2, that gets rid of that. 36 divided by 18, or 36 divided by 2 is 18. So I've got 3 times 18. What is 3 times 18? 8, 16, 24, plus another 30, so that's what, 54? Am I right? Yeah, I've got to be right. All right, so if I add A, B, and C, so here's A, here's B, and C. I want 36 plus, we'll just do it vertically, plus 9, plus 54. Let me figure out what that is. That's 4, 0 here. I'm sorry, not 0, 9. And there's a 1 up here, and then you go 4, 9, so 99. 99! Awesome. Did we get the right answer? By the way, that's 99. Did we get the right answer? Yes or no? Come on. No, exactly. But here's the thing. Was our answer too big or too small? Think about where we want to go. Okay, all right, it was too small. So I would argue, all right, so this is not the right answer. We can eliminate that one. But since our answer is too small, I would argue that plugging in a smaller b would give you an even smaller value. You wouldn't get to 9. You wouldn't get to 110. You would get to some smaller number, or you wouldn't get to, if you plug in 6, you wouldn't get to you wouldn't even get 99. You would get like, I don't know, 80 something or 70 something. So not only can you eliminate C, but since C was too small, there's no point in trying the other small numbers. Does that make sense? So do you see now why I might want to just plug in the middle number? Because immediately I can kind of say, all right, well, if I plug in the middle number, then I'll be able to figure out like the rest of them. I can eliminate a whole bunch of them by judging whether or not that number is too big or too small. So now at this point, you have two options. You can go either D or E. But to be honest with you, it's pretty easy when you have two options. Actually, it's not easy per se, but if at this point you're really short on time, then just guess, because you have a 50-50 shot, and that's actually pretty good. You could back solve it and get the, and plug in the 10 and let's see what that works. I would say that, I would, at that point, I would judge, if you plug in 9 for B, A plus B plus C will give you 99. So I'm thinking that maybe I need to go just a little bit higher, not necessarily up to 14. So my initial guess would be D. So that's the first one I'm going to try. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, well, if B equals 10, then A is equal to 40, and 3 times 40, so 120 is equal to 2 times C, and 2, so that would be C equals 60. So A plus B plus C, so that would be 40 plus 10 is 50, plus another 60 is 110. This is my correct answer. But the whole point I'm trying to do is really kind of show you that I'm going to choose a number, and the reason why I'm choosing 9 to begin with, or the middle number to begin with, is it immediately can eliminate a whole bunch of options that I might not want to deal with. All right, what's your thoughts? Comments, concerns, vomits, etc.